mention of that name can trigger very different reactions depending on who you ask.
For many farmers, blackjack is a nightmare, a weed that refuses to die, competing with crops and clinging to clothes long after the field work is done. For others, especially in rural Zimbabwean households, blackjack is not a problem at all. It is food, medicine, and sometimes even income. This plant grows almost everywhere, that is along roadsides, in maize fields, in gardens, and even on abandoned land. Some dismiss it as useless. Others quietly harvest it, dry it, cook it, and sell it. Today we take a deeper look at blackjack, scientifically known as Biden's Pilosa. We look at its biology, its impact on agriculture, its role as a traditional vegetable, its nutritional value, and why it is now appearing more frequently in local markets, fetching surprisingly higher prices. Blackjack belongs to the Asteraceae family, one of the largest plant families in the world. This is the stem family that includes sunflowers and daisies. It is an annual broadleaf plant, meaning it completes its entire life cycle from germination to seed production within a single season. Visually, blackjack is easy to recognize. It has soft green leaves with jagged edges arranged opposite each other on the stem. As it grows, the plant branches out and becomes bushy, often reaching knee height or more if left undisturbed. When flowering begins, small white petals appear around a yellow center. Modest flowers that many people ignore, not realizing they signal the next stage of an aggressive spread. From an agricultural perspective, blackjack is classified as a serious weed. In crops such as maize, soybeans, groundnuts, and vegetables, blackjack competes fiercely for water, nutrients, and sunlight. Because it emerges quickly and grows fast, it often outpaces young crops, shedding them and weakening their early development. Its root system is another major problem. Blackjack develops a strong taproot supported by numerous side roots, allowing it to survive dry spells and resist uprooting once mature. If left uncontrolled, blackjack can significantly reduce crop yields. It also serves as a host for certain pests and diseases, creating additional challenges for farmers. This is why in farming systems, blackjack must be taken seriously and managed deliberately. Blackjack is incredibly efficient at reproduction. Under favorable conditions, it can begin flowering within 4 to 6 weeks after germination. Each plant produces a number of seeds, often in their thousands. These seeds are fitted with tiny hooks. When dry, they attach themselves to clothing, animal fur, and even storage bags. This is how blackjack spreads so widely, moving effortlessly from field to field and village to village. Anyone who has walked through a dry blackjack patch knows the frustration. Seeds sticking everywhere, refusing to let go. This clever survival strategy is one of the reasons blackjack is so successful as a species. Effective control of blackjack depends largely on timing. Early hand weeding before the plant flowers is one of the most effective methods. Once flowering starts, control becomes much more difficult. Farmers also use shallow cultivation, mulching to suppress germination, crop rotation, and herbicides where appropriate. In conservation agriculture systems, mulch management becomes especially important as disturbed soils encourage blackjack emergence. One key lesson for farmers is simple: do not allow blackjack to set seed. Outside the field, blackjack tells a different story. When harvested young, before flowering, blackjack is edible and widely consumed as a traditional leafy vegetable. In many Zimbabwean homes, it is boiled, sometimes dried, and often mixed with peanut butter or oil. Its bitter taste, however, divides opinion. Some people dislike it, while others believe that the bitterness is a sign of strength and nutrition. For generations, blackjack has filled nutritional gaps during difficult seasons, especially when cultivated vegetables were unavailable or unaffordable. Blackjack is nutritionally dense. It contains high levels of iron, which helps prevent anemia. It is also rich in calcium, supporting strong bones and teeth. The leaves provide vitamin A, essential for eyesight and immune function, as well as vitamin C, which helps the body fight infections. Its fiber content supports healthy digestion. Traditional knowledge associates blackjack with general body strength and recovery, especially during illness. In recent years, blackjack has entered informal markets more visibly. Dried blackjack leaves are sold in rural growth points and urban townships, especially during the dry season. Properly dried and stored leaves can fetch good prices because of rising interest in traditional foods and nutrition. What was once dismissed as a weed is now quietly become a low-input income source for some households. Despite its value, blackjack still carries stigma. Some people associate it with poverty, others reject it because of its bitterness or because it grows naturally without cultivation. Modern diets have shifted preferences away from indigenous foods, even when those foods are healthier and more resilient. Blackjack reminds us that not every plant we call a weed is useless. In our fields, it demands control. In our kitchens, it offers nutrition. And in our communities, it challenges how we value indigenous knowledge. Like many plants around us, blackjack can be a problem if ignored, or an opportunity if understood. The choice lies entirely in how we manage it. We will continue dissecting plants and animals alike on this channel. So do not hesitate to subscribe, like, share, or leave a comment in the comment section if you enjoyed this video. Until next time, cheers.